Are you guys ready for a tier 5 on turn 2? I know it sounds bonkers, but with the addition of the Chaos Dwarves, this has made it possible. First up, just get Grimgor to absolutely leg it towards the Zarnagrund, like so. And let's get him running along. Next up, what you want to do is go ahead and recruit an Orc Warboss, and preferably tough, to make them a little bit stronger. And then get your hero into your Grimgor's army, and then recruit as much as you can. Now force march your secondary army towards the settlement, like so, making sure you're in the zone of control. Next up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Grimgor to give across all of the units into the main army. And then now we're going to get Grimgor to siege the settlement, like so. And then let's jump in and let's attack this battle. I'm going to chuck Grimgor in the middle here. Then we're going to do a little bit of cheese here. So what we'll do is I'm going to put my reinforcements all the way at the back there. And then all we need to do now is wait for them, and we'll just capture the victory point. Now our reinforcements are coming into the victory point. Let's get them onto the point as soon as possible to make sure we can capture this before the enemy has a time to react. But we'll throw our guys on top of the point and continue on. And you can see we're going to be capturing it at a very accelerated rate. And once the enemy starts reacting, you'll see the Bale Tauruses do, but everything else is going to have a really hard time. You can see there's a couple units there, which is not a problem. I'm going to send my anti-large cavalry on that flank. Let's get a couple units as well on there, and then we should be able to deal with them accordingly. We'll also have some archers, and it looks like there is some on this side as well. Let's quickly grab the Black Orcs and a couple of other units alongside of my general, and that. And let's get them over to defend that too. Get the cavalry, let's get the archers as well, covering that point. I don't believe there's any of them that can get towards this point in time, so we won't defend against that location just quite yet. But I'll certainly get a couple buffer units, just to get the Bale Taurus' interest. And now you can see here, we should be able to slowly, but surely trickle away against the Fireborns here. And as long as nothing gets onto the points, we should be absolutely okay. Mainly because of the fact that if any unit gets onto the victory point, you will no longer gain any victory tokens, so you've got to be really careful with that one. Okay, the Bale Taurus is doing a bit of a damage here, but it should be okay, because they can't capture anything. So I'm happy with that thus far. The artillery is shooting into there, that's absolutely okay. I'm just going to get the archers to shoot on the other side. And you can see now the AI does not really have any time to react in the slightest way, shape, or form. The units in which they've sent towards us will not have enough fighting power to be able to stop this. And so it is a simple case of just holding off until the tickets get to 100, and then we win, effectively. So all we need to do now is, like we said, just continue to defend. Okay, it looks like there's some cavalry over that side, so let's get a couple units split off here, just to make sure we can block that. As we want to make sure that let's counteract with our cavalry as well. Want to make sure that they're not getting on. They're quick units, so there's probably got a very easy chance of getting over here. So let's send these guys up into battle. Send these guys into battle as well, just to kind of keep them back as long as possible. And then slowly but surely, we are almost there, and we have almost taken a tier 5 on turn 2. This is absolutely bonkers. And it's definitely something that I'm going to be making a video on about the siege changes that need to happen, because this is kind of a bit silly that you can just take a tier 5 settlement and have the victory location and that's it. It's like, imagine like a Roman army and they have a settlement, and you know, a couple of pesky barbarians get to the back and take the palace, and the Romans are like, boys, we've got to pack up everything, we've got to leave now, they've taken the settlement. But yeah, heroic victory. This is definitely a really effective way of taking the settlement. But you can see here that we got 10,000 experience and 18,000 to start with as well. And unfortunately, we got to a tier 4, so we're going to have to do it again. As you can see, we now have a tier 5 settlement, which is absolutely incredible and genuinely bonkers to start off in turn 2 having a tier 5 settlement. And also, alongside of this one, we get the landmark that gives us 500 income, Winds of Magic's power reserve capacity +5 for every army, diplomacy -50, but that doesn't really matter with Chaos Dwarves. Character experience gain +5% for all characters, and research rate +10%. So from turn 2, we're effectively given 5% more character experience, which is crazy, alongside of additional research rate, which will help out massively in the long run. And we're in a situation now where we can effectively recruit whatever we fancy. We've also gained 6 levels on Grimgor, which is crazy. I've also wagged these guys as they are a rank 1. And you can see that we're going to be getting a 12% weapon strength faction-wide alongside construction costs, minus 20% once that war has finished. Because of how high of a tier they are currently strength rank 1, so I might as well take advantage of that before it starts going down, and it'll give us a little bit more of an oomph in our army compositions. So you can still take it over with Skulkers and use the cheese to capture it like that. So it depends if you want to do the big boy cheese or you want to do the cheesy cheese. As long as you're using other units to effectively destroy the gatehouse, it is significantly easier this route, basically, to manipulate the way the AI is moving. If you destroy a gatehouse, effectively they will try their best to defend against it, and you can just sneak in loads of Skulkers into the victory point and win just like that. So yeah, this is the tier 5 strat where effectively you attack all your way around here and make sure that you have the Skulker building, recruit a Lord here turn 3, and recruit twice, and then just reinforce Grimgor from attacking this side. I really like it when new factions and new DLCs come through and allow factions from Warhammer 1, in this example, to thrive and take advantage of crazy situations. I think it's a super cool thing, but shout out to One Pitchman for the inspiration, and guys, as always, make sure to check out my other content on screen now.